Welcome to Season 1 of VETS. VETS is a Veteran Entrepreneur Training Series brought to you by the Southwest Veterans Business Resource Center. So, you guys want to do business with Riverside County. Know this, Riverside County, the state of California, the city of Paris, San Bernardino Community College District, school districts, water authorities, rail authorities, airport authorities, state colleges and universities, and every other public entity that depends on public funding is likely to have a surety bond requirement for public works contracts. It's the law. It's the law. The federal law that mandates performance and payment bonds is called the Miller Act. Every local jurisdiction, whether it be state, county, school district, they actually put into place in their local jurisdictions similar laws, and the surety industry calls those similar laws the Little Miller Acts. The Miller Act requires performance bonds on public works contracts in excess of $100,000 and payment protection or payment bonds for contracts in excess of $25,000. In a surety bond form, the county would be the obligee. That's the language of surety. So what exactly does Riverside County need? They need the work performed according to the contract specifications, on budget, and on time. The whole industry of surety bonding was created to meet these types of needs. Bid bond. A bid bond guarantees that a principal will enter into a contract at the price quoted, subject to the terms and conditions of the specifications. It supports the system of competitive bidding. A performance bond. A performance bond guarantees that the work will get done according to the specifications. In the event a principal is unable to complete a project. What are their other needs? Payment bond. A payment bond protects vendors, suppliers, equipment rental companies, subcontractors, and laborers against non-payment. I'm going to give you guys 3 keys to a stress-free surety experience. Now, somebody might be here saying there's no such thing as a stress-free surety experience, but it's because you have not yet met me. I'm going to tell you how to have a stress-free surety experience. Tracey's hot tip. TIP. It's timing, insight, and preparation. Timing. If you're just starting the process, the bonding process, at the time that you actually have a need for a bond, expect to be stressed out. The best time to put your bonding in place is when you are in the planning stages of pursuing public or government work. Insight. Get yourself some help. Find a surety expert who is willing to share insight into the surety underwriting and qualification process with you. Preparation. Okay, you gotta prepare. Surety bonding is not something where you log online and be like, I'll take one of those, ship it to me, Mr. Amazon, please. Does not work that way. Do you know the rules of the surety game? Are you ready to play it? Have you been making the kind of business decisions that will make getting bonded at the limits and the terms and conditions that you require easy? So, we are going to deliver a responsive and responsible solution. Bid bond, proper forms, our pricing includes the bond premium, adequate time for review, approval, issuance, and delivery of the bond that you need. Number 5, win the bid, manage the paperwork. Now what? Now what do? You must comply with the contract requirements. Having an efficient back office increases your company's capacity. Avoid administrative pitfalls that may cause late billings, cash flow concerns, payment bond claims, scheduling delays, or contract defaults. You don't want to submit your pay request and then the county or airport authority or something says, you didn't send all the paperwork, so I can't pay you. Now you got to wait a whole nother 30 days. Number 6 on our purpose today, complete the work satisfactorily and profitably. Near the expected end of a project, the bonding company may send out what's called a status inquiry. It's a form sent to the obligee to find out, how is the project progressing? It asks like 5 or 6 questions. They want to know how the job went, is the work complete, was the obligee, the county or the city or the community college district, were they satisfied, and what was the final contract amount? You want to get into the habit of asking for a reference letter from the person who actually managed your work. Keep watch over the life of the project to be sure you bring your project to completion. It's just like a plane. Bring it to completion at the profit margin you expected. Bonding companies love on-the-money estimators, right? So when you ask them for a bond and you say that I'm going to bring this job in at 11%, and then you get down to the end and actually you bring it in at 4%, still made a profit, but bonding company would be a lot happier with you if you actually brought it in at 11%. Interesting enough, if you brought it in at 18%, they're still going to ask you a question. What happened that changed the 11% that you forecasted into 18%? Right? The reason they're asking, they are concerned with capacity. You know, are you a good estimator? Is your staff a good estimator? You know, if you say that I'm going to bring it at 11%, what did you miss? You know, what could you have done differently? What did you learn about it? Refine and repeat the process as often as possible. Okay? So that's why we came here today, right? That's why we come to these classes, right? That's why we're going to get our diploma or our certificate, right? And we're going to go to the summit and we're going to meet the buyers and we're going to blow their socks off, right? Today's question is brought to you by thearc.com. Which of the following bonds guarantees that you are going to enter into the contract? Is it A, performance bond, B, payment bond, or C, bid bond?
The Southwest Veterans Business Resource Center, where communities serve veterans.